Hello, welcome back to class. I welcome you to another exciting class. Today we'll be learning another amazing topic, body abuse. This is going to be our topic for today. So we are going to be looking at what is body abuse. Body abuse is when someone touches other people's body in an unwanted way. Body abuse is when someone touches other people's body in an unwanted way. You touch somebody's body in the way that the person does not approve of it. The person did not tell you to do so. That is known as body abuse. Touching somebody's body in a wrong way. We have two types of body abuse: physical abuse and sexual abuse. First, we'll be talking about the physical abuse. Physical abuse is inflicting injuries on the body or skin. Inflicting injuries on the body or skin. For example, when an adult beats a child to the extent of leaving mark on his or her body, that is known as what? Body abuse. If you look at the screen there, you see the man using a cane to flog the child. When you beat somebody in a way that you leave injuries all over that person's body, that is known as what? Physical abuse. Then the next one we'll be looking at is sexual abuse. Sexual abuse is touching a person's private parts against his or her wish. Sexual abuse is touching a person's private parts against his or her wish. For example, sexual behavior by an adult towards a child is considered as an abuse. When you touch somebody's body, somebody's private parts, somebody's breast, somebody's buttocks, those are some areas of our body you touch when the person did not give you the approval, the person did not give you the go ahead. When you touch those parts, it is known as sexual abuse. And also when an adult touches the body, the private part of a child, of a pupil, of a student, is known as what? A sexual abuse. Some behaviors of abusers. Let's look at some of the behaviors of abusers. The person may call the child to where there are no people around or into a room to touch the child's body. So when an adult calls you to a place where nobody is, or calls you into a room and start touching any part of your body, you know that that person is abusing your body sexually. Also, the person will tell the child not to tell anyone, not even your parents. When an adult calls you and tell you, this thing I want to do to you, as he's talking to you, is either touching your private parts, touching your breast, touching your buttocks, and at the end it tells you not to tell anyone, not even mommy or daddy. That is known as what? Body abuse. The person also may promise to give the child something or even give something to the child, It will tell you that thing that I just happened now, or that thing that we just did now. You don't tell anybody. Oh, don't tell mommy. Promise me you will not tell anybody. If you did not tell anybody, I'm going to buy you biscuit. I'm going to give you money to do this. I'm going to buy you a toy car. I'm going to buy you a teddy. When somebody is giving you a lot of promises like this because of what he has done, that is known as what? Body abuse. How the body may be abused. How do we know that our body is being abused? The first one there says touching or handling the sensitive and the private part of someone's body, like the buttocks and the breast. So when somebody is touching your buttocks or your private parts, you will know that that person is what? Abusing your body. Also, another way the body can be abused is beating a child with hard objects. For example, you just take up a slippers, or you take up a wood, you start hitting a child all over the body. That is known as what? An abuse. Flogging to injure a child for minor offenses. What did the child do? The child just poured water on the floor. You just take up the cane and start flogging the child, flogging every part of his body. At the end of the day, you'll be seeing injuries all over the body of that child. For what was the child's offense? Just pouring of water, or just something that he did mistakenly. You just start flogging the child and put injury. That is known as what? Body abuse. Having inappropriate sexual talk with a child or children. It can be your uncle, it can be a neighbor, it can be somebody that you know that is an adult. We just sit you down and start telling you about sexual talk, start telling you about a man and a woman. You will know that this person is trying to what? Abuse your body. How to resist and avoid abuse? What are those things that you need to do so that someone will not be able to abuse you? Or when something, any body abuse has occurred, what are those things that you should do quickly? Report immediately to your parents or your teachers or trusted adults about what had happened. Whenever something of such, somebody touches any part of your body in an unwanted way, report that person immediately to mommy or to daddy or to your teachers in school, or to that uncle or to that auntie that you know and you trust so much. Shout for help so that you will not be molested. They take you to a room, they lock the room. What are you supposed to do? You start shouting, help, 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 I'm in danger, help, help. You'll be screaming at the top of your voice. And as you are shouting for help, people will hear and you will distract the person. He will not be able to do anything. But when you keep quiet, you will be what? Molested. But when you start screaming and shouting for help, people will come to your rescue, and with that shouting you will distract the person. It will not be able to carry out such evil acts. Then the third thing you need to do to resist or avoid abuse is to leave the place or run away. Leave that place totally. He says come inside that room, you know that nobody is in that room, don't go there. Run away immediately from such places, those places that are lonely, that you know that they want to take you to, don't go there, or you run away. The next one says, do not allow. Pay attention to this one. It says, do not allow anybody, including members of your own family or relatives, to touch or play with your private part for any reason. Kids, are you hearing me? Do not allow anybody. They say, including your family members. When we talk about family members, you know the people we are talking about there. Your uncle, your nephew, those persons, and uncles from mommy's brother, daddy's brother, those persons, they are your family members. They are your relatives, your cousins. Be careful. Don't allow them to touch or play with any part of your private part. If such occurs, report such incident to what? To mommy. The fifth one says, do not go close to a stranger. Somebody that you don't know. You have not met the person before. You just see the person, you just start going close to the person, or you want to be friendly. No, do not go close to a stranger. Then the sixth one says, do not accept gifts from a stranger. As a kid, you are walking on the road, a young girl, somebody stopped from the car, as you can see on my screen there now, trying to give you a gift. What is that thing that the person wants to buy from you that mommy and daddy cannot give you? Even if mommy and daddy cannot give you, don't accept gift from strangers. Those are some of the ways that they will use to get your attention. Before you know what is happening, you will now be fond of the person. You want to be around that person because you know that when I'm with Uncle John will always want to dash me biscuits. Uncle John will always want to buy teddy for me. When I'm with, I don't like going to where Uncle Efe is because Uncle Efe does not give me things. Do not accept gifts from strangers. Consequences of body abuse. That is, what are the things that will happen to that girl, to that boy, that the body has been abused. The first one there says sexual abuse mutilates or damages the female private part. These ones are for the girls. Sexual abuse damages the female private part. So it is not good for us to be involved in it. So for you to be free from it, you have to be very, very careful. Stay away from male friends. Now the second one then says physical abuse disfigure the skin and other body parts. The physical abuse that they are talking about there is either flogging with a cane or beating a child with sharp objects. For example, you are using a stick to hit somebody, to beat somebody. That stick can injure the child and will just leave a mark there. So the third one there says sexual abuse leads to hatred for the opposite sex. So when you are involved in such abuse, because of what has happened, when you become matured, when you become old, when you become grown, you will just see the opposite sex and you will just be angry for that person. You will just be angry for that opposite sex. It's not, you are not angry for the person in particular, you are angry because of the past. You've just gotten that hatred for men or for women. So sexual abuse leads to hatred. Then the next one there says sexual abuse can lead to unwanted pregnancy. This one goes to the females. Sexual abuse can lead to unwanted what? Pregnancy. because the man that is going to force you into sex might get you pregnant. And you know what that means. Pregnancy that you are not married is going to destroy, is going to cause a lot of things. It's going to damage your future. It's going to damage your education, your career. So these are some of the things that it brings. Then the last one there says sexual abuse can lead to sexually transmitted diseases, because the person that is taking you to go and abuse you sexually, you don't know if that person has any of these diseases, if the person is suffering from AIDS, if this person is suffering from gonorrhea, if the person has infection, all these diseases. Because if you happen to have a sexual intercourse with somebody that has any of these diseases, you can get those diseases. Why do we need to know about body abuse? Why do we need to know about body abuse? We need to know about body abuse so that when our body is being abused, we will be aware, we will not be ignorant of it. You will know that something just happened to me now. Uncle just did something bad to me just now. Auntie just did something bad to me just now. That is why we need to know about body abuse. And as kids, we have to be very, very careful with our body. Thank you, wonderful kids. See you in our next class.